Yo, it's your boy J Dollar Sign, y'all. I know at this point of this videos, y'all have a better idea who J Dollar Sign is and what his goal is for this YouTube thing. So yeah, man, I got y'all with another video because, like I said, I hope every content I drop make you guys think and bring some positivity. And even these artists too, my goal is I want to see them making better decisions and trying to do what's right. You know what I'm saying? Leave the past in the past, because all this drill stuff, at the end of the day, it's great entertainment for all of us, but at the end of the day though, to them it's not just entertainment. They're risking their life for it. You know what I'm saying? And I would like to see them do what's correct. If you're an artist, you feel like you've been dropping this drill thing left and right, it's bringing you drama, it's bringing you beef, dudes dying over it, you lost a lot of soldiers, it's not, and you want to get back, that's not gonna get nothing. That's not gonna change anything, y'all. All that's gonna do, honestly, is just bring more tears to your mom, your dad, your uncles, your aunts, your grandpa, your grandma. That's all this really gonna do. Your family, your loved ones, your friends. So at the end of the day, I hope these artists, all these drill dudes, the street guys, they can cool it down, trying to set some peace with each other. You know what I'm saying? Because that's all it's about at the end of the day. Because it's a short life. Life is too short for any negativity. That's why even on this platform that I have right now, I'm not trying to push any negativity. I just want to make sure I push some positivity. So if you're tuning in, I want y'all to know that's my message to this whole channel as of right now. But yeah, if you're new at the same time, please don't forget to like the videos that I drop, comment on them if you want to share your thoughts, opinions, and then subscribing to the channel if you want to stay tuned to watch way more. Because like I said, I'm gonna drop a video, at least a video every day, which I probably drop 5 a day, but at least the goal is 1 video at least a day. I'm not gonna stop, I promise y'all with that. And subscribe to the channel, like I said, just don't forget to subscribe. And the notification, if you're really into it now, you're a subscriber, you want to know exactly when I drop the videos, the time, please hit the subscribing button. Please hit that subscribe button. But yeah, today though, to start, we got our man G Herbo. Like, I know y'all know who G Herbo is, but I'm gonna break things down a little slower. Start from G Herbo when he was Lil Herb, because I know like all the G Herbo is all industry stuff, but G Herbo once was Lil Herb. That's who I knew. I knew Lil Herb, and that Lil Herb, in my opinion, was hotter than G Herbo. I don't even listen to G Herbo anymore, because I feel like everything he drops, they're fire regardless. But what I'm saying is, it's just become the same thing over and over. He's one of the artists where whatever he drops is gonna be a banger. It's gonna be a hit. Like, at some point, I just get tired of just like the industry aspect of G Herbo. I miss the old Herbo. You know what I'm saying? Like Lil Herb, that's who I miss. The gangway Lil Herb, the Welcome to Faisal Lynn Herbo. You know what I'm saying? That's the Lil Herb that I miss. You know what I'm saying? But a quick little background of Lil Herb. Lil Herb is, as of right now, he is currently 29 years old. He was born, of course, October 8th. 1995, y'all, in Chicago. Of course, he was born in Chicago. But yeah, Lil Herb, I got hip to Lil Herb in 2011, 2012, I believe. 2012, honestly, because like I said, 2012 was that 1 year where everything was hot in Chicago. Oh, to begin with, y'all, I forgot to tell y'all, his full name is Herbert Randall Wright III. Yeah, Herbert. That's his name, Lil Herb. That's where he got Lil Herb from, Little Herbert, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, like during that year in 2012, yo, when I tell you like every artist was just going crazy, like I don't know what, like that year is just probably the greatest year in history for drill. Like every artist that from the Shy, that's the year everybody was on the A game. You couldn't be a bomb. You had to be legit. If you wasn't a music thing, you were from the Shy, bro, you had to be on your A game, y'all, because man, it was a lot of bangers that came. But with Lil Herb, the first song I heard from Lil Herb was Gangway, featured Lil Baby. Cause him and Lil Baby, by the way, that was the duo at the time. Lil Herb and Lil Baby. Every time you see Lil Baby, you see Lil Herb. Like if you see Lil Herb, you know Lil Baby was there. But that was the duo at the time, Lil Herb and Lil Baby. But they dropped that song Gangway, and then they follow up with, they also had Versace. I forgot which one was first, but Versace was banger too. And then from that they started getting the exposures, and then Lil Herb ended up just taking over. Which, like, Lil Herb ended up just taking over. When I saw he started taking over, he dropped that mixtape, Welcome to Faisal Land. When I tell you that, I don't care if he knew Faisal or if he doesn't know Faisal, because a lot of people nowadays accusing Herbo lying about who he claimed that was very close to him when he just seen them probably once or whatever. I don't care about that, but all I know was, like, even Ball Like I'm Kobe, like, that song, that was crazy, you know what I'm saying? But Welcome to Faisal Land was like, that was like, when I tell you, that was like, if you know 4 Minutes of Hell, like, I'm not even gonna sit in here and tell you all the songs, but welcome to me, my favorite song out of that whole tape, Cooling is not bad, but like my favorite song was Designer. I've never seen an artist sitting here and tell you about all the designers, y'all. And he literally told you all this 100s, 50s, 20s, whatever numbers of money add up till he get him to $1 million. And then fast forward in 2025 right now, that's literally what happened. All that little 20s, 50s, whatever, added Herbo up to $1 million for real, y'all. So, but Designer honestly probably was like Lil Herb's best song of all time that I know of. At least that's my favorite. Designer, like that song, if you didn't know, tap in. Welcome to Faisal Land, that was the mixtape, and Designer, that was the song on that. And he had Traffic. I know y'all know no, not Traffic, it's called At the Light. He had that song, I think that was a kind of the intro, At the Light. That song is something else too, y'all. So, but I'm not gonna sit here talking about all that same little mixtape, but yo, just tap into that. But that was the thing that I know about Lil Herb. But then he started getting to the industry act, and then, like, I'm not gonna lie, that's where Lil Herb lost me. Like, don't get me all that you see what I'm seeing, this PTSD right here. I actually never listened to the whole PTSD, because that's like 2020-ish when he's all like, at this point he's just doing by the way, Pistol Pastel Project was not a banger. I bumped that one. I kind of stopped listening to Lil Herb. Pistol Pastel PPP, that's what it was. Pistol Pastel Project, something like that. I don't know what it was. Yes, that was not a banger. He had a song called Real. Like, when I mean real, like you're being real, listen to that song. That song, oh my god, y'all, I felt every bars to that, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not even in the field or anything. I'm just a guy that was born in the projects, you know what I'm saying? I came from the struggles, but like I felt everything in what he was saying, you know what I'm saying? But Lil Herb, yo, the transition from Lil Herb to G Herbo, I'm not gonna lie, if you do a Lil Herb versus G Herbo content, man, I'm going with Lil Herb. But like, that's not saying G Herbo is more of the industry guy when he's banging the bad bitches, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? The bad females, like the Ari Fletchers, you know what I'm saying? When he's tapping them, you know what I'm saying? That's who G Herbo is. But Lil Herb, to me, that was the artist, hungry artist that's trying to make it out the hood, you know what I'm saying? And one thing about Lil Herb too, that I want y'all to like give him his flowers for, because I want this whole video, I want Lil Herb to get his flowers. One thing I want y'all to notice about him to give him his flowers for is his energy, his vibe. Lil Herb's always positive. I always see him cracking, like he'll be like, "Oh, Vito," oh, you know what I mean? He make that little goofy laugh, yo. He be all full of him. It's just that he does that, yo. That is like, I always see him laughing his ass off and enjoying life. He's a guy that you can't, if he's talking about street shit, you can't take him serious. By the end, he is a street dude, you know what I mean? But he doesn't act like he gotta be a hard guy everywhere he goes. He gotta put a mean mug on his face left and right. He just being himself, y'all. Lil Herb, yo, shout out to you, bro. But yo, next video I got coming up after that is gonna be Lil Baby. Lil Baby's gonna come up, and I got a lot of bangers coming up for y'all. I guarantee y'all. But Lil Baby's one of them. So you can't, like I said, Lil Herb and Lil Baby is like apple and oranges. I don't know if that's a comparison, or you could say Vibes Cartel and like Movado type stuff. But I mean, of course they're in the same camp. But like, that's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you Jamaican, you know what I'm talking about. Like, these two, you can't say one name without missing the other name. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to stop. I want to keep going, because when I start talking, y'all, I don't know how to stop. You know what I'm saying? But that's one of the reasons why I'm actually a YouTuber, like doing all this little chat, because I love to talk, y'all. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, I want to hear y'all perspective on the comments. So please let me know which side of Lil Herb you prefer, the G Herbo or Lil Herb. the early years or the older years now. Because like I said, Little Herb right now is 29 years old. Looking at it, time is moving fast. At the time when I was listening to Little Herb, he probably was like 15, 14, 17 years old. I don't even think he wasn't even 18 at that time. That was like early 2011, 2012-ish. But it's your G Herbo, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to G Herbo one time. He's one of the artists, by the way, that stay out of the way. He's not acting like he's a gangster and none of this goofy stuff. He ain't trying to do none of this, go to jail, do all this goofy stuff. Shout out to Herbo, man. He's a smart man. Yo, Herbo, keep doing what you're doing, bro. Keep doing what you're doing. I know, and you're a dad too, so I hope that helps you stay out of the way and then, like, you know, stay out of the street and keep doing the positivity. You know what I'm saying? But it's your boy J $, y'all. Don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe, and then hit the notification button, please, y'all. Love y'all. I love y'all. I promise y'all I'm gonna keep dropping videos for y'all, so stay tuned for more, y'all.